Unemployment plagues Macedonia and Thrace the most. Nightmarish unemployment in Eastern Macedonia and Thrace. High unemployment levels in Macedonia and Thrace. Record unemployment rate at 23.3% in Macedonia and Thrace. Unemployment at red alert in Thrace. Northern Greece is sinking into unemployment. Western Thrace has faced problematic unemployment for many years. When the economic crisis of 2009 was added to an economy that had been stagnant for decades, the region came face to face with serious problems. In addition, it is expected that the quarantine measures put in place to combat COVID-19 will only aggravate already difficult economic conditions. Western Thrace is a part of the region of Eastern Macedonia and Thrace, which extends from Kavala to Alexandroupoli. Almost 150,000 Turks have lived in Rhodope, Xanthi, and Evros for centuries. Despite its fertile lands and a strategic position for international commerce, the region has remained economically challenged. According to data from the European Commission, the unemployment rate in Eastern Macedonia and Thrace was 20.7% in the second half of 2017 and 26.4% in the second half of 2018. The highest unemployment rates in the region were recorded in Alexandroupoli and Xanthi. In May 2020, the number of unemployed people reached more than 57,000 in the region as a whole, which has a population of about 600,000. According to data from Elstat, in 2017, the region of Eastern Macedonia and Thrace had the lowest GDP per capita per region, behind all the other regions of Greece. Agricultural activity plays a key role in the region. This is where the largest share of agriculture in Greece's GDP is located. However, support for agricultural production has decreased in recent years, placing farmers in a difficult position. The vast majority of the Turkish community of Western Thrace derives their livelihood from agriculture, with tobacco constituting more than 80% of the Turkish community's production. More than half of the Turkish population contributes directly to tobacco production. However, the recent decline in tobacco prices and waning support for tobacco production have meant hard times for the region's farmers. What's more, industry has also seen noticeable recession in recent years. Especially after the economic crisis took hold in 2009, many companies and factories moved to Bulgaria to benefit from cheap labor costs and low tax rates. Photographing an infinite cemetery of factories. Businesses flee to Bulgaria. Moving from Thrace to Bulgaria. In Bulgaria, 3,500 Greek companies from northern Greece. Factories in the region had been an important source of livelihood for young people who were not willing to work in agriculture or who did not have their own land. However, the fact that these factories have closed once again left the Turkish community in a state of economic desperation. Jobs in the construction sector and the shipyards of Europe, which were important sources of employment for the men of Xanthi's Turkish population, have dwindled, first with the economic crisis and later with the COVID-19 pandemic. The region's economy has also suffered on this front. Most of the Turkish population in Western Thrace has been limited to working in agriculture, construction, or factories because of the systemic discrimination that exists in education and other aspects of everyday life. The economic policies in force today have ignored this economic underdevelopment, leaving the Turkish community of Western Thrace more fragile than other groups. And each economic crisis that hits the nation of Greece puts additional strain on the shoulders of the Turkish community of Western Thrace.